My name is Latif. I grew up in Watford with my brother AJ. We all known each other 20 years or so. It's been a long time. This journey's been amazing.
Former heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua is reportedly considering retirement from professional boxing following a tragic car accident in Nigeria that claimed the lives of two of his close friends and key members of his boxing team. This new development comes just 2 days after Sina Ghami and Abdul Latif, both British Muslims, were laid to rest in London. Just before their heartbreaking burial, Anthony Joshua broke his silence. He made his first post on social media following the tragic incident on January 3, 2026, where he shared these photos of him, his mother and his late friend's family with the caption, "My brother's keepers," which means being responsible for the care, well-being or protection of others, especially people close to him like family and friends. I saw a video of the guys on the road. It is graphic. I don't think AJ is gonna come back after this. One fan commented after the fatal accident, and it looks like this fan isn't far from the truth. Has AJ really ended his boxing career? Sit back as we take a look at how the boxing champion managed to stay composed at his two best friends' funeral in London, and more shocking revelations. Hello everyone, welcome. It's Ticoed here for African Glitz.
Latz, we're about to end the flight. Anything can happen. What are we saying?
Say Bismillah.
Bismillah. Bismillah. Protect me. Man them. Bismillah.
Anthony Joshua, in the company of his mother, arrived back in the UK on Friday, January 2nd, 2026 night and continued recuperating at his London mansion after sustaining minor injury and having a thorough medical recovery following the car crash in Nigeria that ended the lives of his two long-time and close friends. The two-time heavyweight champion was released from a private Nigerian hospital on Wednesday, December 31st after sustaining minor injuries in the crash that raised questions about road safety in Nigeria. The boxer was discharged after being deemed clinically fit to recuperate at home before flying back to London with his mother on January 2nd. The fatal crash occurred on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, which links Ogun State to Lagos. While Anthony Joshua, his longtime strength and coordination coach Sina Ghami, and his childhood friend and personal trainer Latif Ayodele, better known as Latz, all 36 years of age, were traveling in a Lexus SUV. The vehicle carrying the group hit a stationary truck, killing Sina and Ayodele on the spot. Anthony Joshua was rescued from the wreckage and taken to the hospital, where he was treated for minor injuries. An emotional funeral service was held at the London Central Mosque on Sunday, January 4th, 2026, where the coffins of the deceased were laid side by side as prayers were offered. At first, many were unsure whether Anthony Joshua would attend, as it might be too emotional for him. But the brave boxing champion was spotted among 100 of the crowd of heartbroken and emotional family and close friends who came to pay their last respect before the two fitness coaches were laid to rest. Before the two men were buried as Muslims, there was a controversy over whether Sina Ghami, the founder of Evolve Gym, was a Muslim or not. Here is what their good friend Mustafa Briggs had to say about the misunderstanding.
Upon the advice of some of the imams and the mashayikh, I wanted to just share the information that alhamdulillah we washed the bodies of our brothers Abdul Latif and Sina tonight at the masjid. Both of the families of both of the deceased were there, and the imam, one of the imams, spoke to Sina's family and they confirmed that he was Muslim. There's a lot of controversy going on online. A lot of people are saying a lot of different things. But what we heard and what I heard personally directly from one of the imams who I trust is that when he asked the family of Sina if he was Muslim, they said he was. And so based on that, they washed him as a Muslim, shrouded him as a Muslim, and inshallah tomorrow morning we will bury him as a Muslim.
According to memory reports, AJ cheated death following a last-minute decision before the Lexus SUV he traveled in set off for its tragic journey. The world champion boxer swapped seats from the front to the back of his SUV before the smash, which killed Sina and Latif Ayodele just hours after they arrived in Nigeria for Dirty December. It was also revealed that AJ's driver, Adeni Mobolaji Kayode, a 47-year-old man, did not have a valid driver's license even though he has been driving the world champion for over 3 years whenever he's in Nigeria. The jaw-dropping revelation emerged at the hearing in Shagamu High Court days after the fatal accident. Kayode was charged with 4 counts, including dangerous driving causing death, reckless and negligent driving, driving without care and attention, and driving without a valid driver's license. Kayode was wearing a black Muslim kaftan and pleaded not guilty, claiming he is innocent and the brakes failed. The private driver, who has worked for Anthony Joshua for more than 3 years, was granted bail and rushed away by police to Shagamu Correctional Center to complete paperwork with bail set at 5 million naira. His case was adjourned to January 20th, 2026 for trial.
The speed limit here is actually 100 kilometers an hour, around about 65 miles per hour, but we've seen that being flouted numerous times. The driving discipline here is absolutely atrocious. Been overtaken, undertaken. We've seen people trying to cross the road, literally taking their lives into their own hands to dodge the traffic that is, as you can hear, thundering past me. The cars are overloaded, the trucks are overloaded. I've also seen cars driving the wrong way along the hard shoulder. But incredibly, the state of the road is actually very good. It's something that I think Highways England would be proud of here. Very few potholes, but it's the driving that is absolutely crazy.
Outside the court, the driver's wife was too shocked to speak, but his 19-year-old son, Ifeoluwa Adeniyi, told reporters that his father was innocent and it was just an unlucky accident. The 19-year-old revealed that his father was driving the boxing champion to Shagamu to see his family after picking them up from the airport. AJ was initially seated in front, but later swapped seats with Latif, who was the smallest of the men, after the driver said his view was blocked. According to Ifeoluwa, his father was neither speeding nor driving recklessly. He said the vehicle's brakes failed, and despite attempting to swerve to avoid a stationary truck, the crash occurred. He also disclosed that his father had been Anthony Joshua's driver for over 3 years. That is not a fast driver. He was following the speed limit and then the brakes failed. He said he was pushing the pedal but nothing was happening. He tries to swerve and avoid the truck parked by the side of the road but hits it. He's been driving for Anthony for 3 years. He's a good driver. I know that when the journey started in Lagos, Anthony was sitting in the front by the driver, but my dad asked him to sit behind because he was blocking his view. It's not his fault. If the truck wasn't parked there illegally, this wouldn't have happened.
Anthony Joshua fortunately, miraculously survived that crash, but it now appears that at the beginning of the journey he was actually sat in front where one of his friends was tragically killed. It's appeared that the driver of that car, Mr. Kayode Adeni, who has been charged with manslaughter and reckless driving, had actually asked him to swap seats because he couldn't see the wing mirror on the offside because of the large frame of Anthony Joshua. So he swapped seats and then went and sat behind the driver, which, as we know now, saved his life, because a few hours later that car was involved in a tragic, horrific accident when it ploughed into the back of a stationary truck carrying soya on the highway just outside Sagamu. And we know also as well from that hearing that Joshua and his friends had only just arrived in Nigeria to spend the week here.
This diagram was released to explain how the accident happened. The truck was parked on the road. The two individuals on the right were Anthony Joshua's friends who sadly lost their lives. As the impact was much more on the right side of the vehicle, Anthony Joshua and the driver survived the fatal crash. Here is a more realistic video of how it allegedly happened that has been making the rounds.
Yeah, boss! Yeah, boss!
2 days after the emotional burial of Latif and Sina in London, Anthony Joshua's uncle, Adedamola Joshua, revealed that the 36-year-old boxer communicated the decision to quit boxing privately to his family, describing it as an emotional turning point. The major thing now is that he has decided to step away from boxing, and that has brought us some relief, his uncle said, adding that each time AJ fights, it puts them under intense emotional pressure. Seeing him knocked down is like losing our breath. Now that he's choosing to live while still respected, we are grateful.
Because of his escapades in the boxing world, they honored him. The local government of Shagamu gave the street, named the street after him. The street used to be Cinema Road. Our father built the first cinema in the state on this road. This road used to be Cinema Road. But now it's Anthony Joshua Way. He's always coming at least 3 times in a year. So he's always coming around. He's a very homely man.
AJ's uncle also confirmed that the boxing champion has pledged lifelong support to his late friends' families, which confirms Anthony Joshua's Instagram post with late friends' families. He captioned, "My brother's keeper," signaling his commitment to standing by them. What are your thoughts about AJ considering ending his boxing career after losing 2 of his best friends and team members? On the other hand, many say AJ should carry on with his career because his late friends would want him to. Do you agree? Let's go to the comment section to share our opinion. If you found this video informative, please like and share so it can reach the right people. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can be notified every time we upload a new video. Thanks for watching. It's Tickled here, and I'll see you again soon.